What is up, everybody? Zombie Killer 6 here today with another live broadcast. I was going to broadcast the main start of Dragon Age Inquisition, but I figured I wasn't going to broadcast at all. I was just going to play through and see how it went, just to try it out, and just to get the basics and the grappling of the game. But you're getting towards, somewhat into the game. I'm really loving this game. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to start broadcasting and show y'all how detailed and how lovely this game is, to be honest. You got crafting materials, you got weapon schematics, armor schematics, recipes. You can loot just about a lot of things. You can loot the dead bodies, gold. You can loot plants and herbs, such as like on Far Cry. There's a lot of things to this game, so let's go ahead and get back into it. So this is my first character. I didn't do any of the cosmetics. I didn't update her face or anything. I just pressed X. I just pressed play as soon as possible, basically. And so here we are. We are doing the main quest. Excuse my voice, I'm gonna try to cut out my voice so y'all can hear.
That is Divine Justinia's voice.
So you hit L3 on PS4 controller to search proximity for loot. I will be putting up another video up, basically the end mounts and the first and general gameplay of the new game. I will be putting up a video of that as well, because that's what I was going to do in the first broadcast that I ever did for this. But unfortunately, here we are in this broadcast. So I hope you guys enjoy.
Someone help me! What's going on here? That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but...
Try to be quiet as much. Quiet as possible.
What's going on here?
Run when you can! Want them!
We have an intruder. Slay the elf.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she? Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Echoes of what happened here. The fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
This game has so much detail. I love it. You can get Dragon Age Inquisition for $9.99 on PlayStation Store right now until tomorrow and March 5th, I believe. There are two different deals going on right now. One for February 27th, it ends, and one for March 5th. So go ahead and get in there, get those discounts and get those. So I'm playing as an elf. I am using the archery class.
We must strip its defenses. Wear it down.
Yeah, not if this thing's gonna be only coming after me. Damn, he's immune to my shots.
Quickly! Disrupt the rift! The demon is vulnerable! Now!
I gotta move before he kills me. So I'll get on this side. I can distract this rift for him.
More coming through the rift.
Okay, so I have to go disrupt that rift again. Real quick. There he goes, there he goes. So this is the biggest rift we have came across so far. And this is the biggest monster slash demon we have came across as well. So far. Just look at this thing. Look at him. Disrupt the rift again. Basically, I'm invisible. Work on these miniature guys real quick. Stand out the way. Okay, I gotta go disrupt this rift again. Oh shit, here he is. Ooh, that was close. Oh, he got me with that one.
Now, feel the rift. Do it.
Oh, he's fighting me. Oh no, I got it. So, I really wish I had been broadcasting the whole part of this, but my next broadcast for Dragon Age, I will follow up behind this. So, yeah, y'all will get the full basic video of this coming in. So far, during the main quest, I've earned 2 trophies, this one here recently, and one prior to it. So you basically, I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
Oh, I didn't know you were awake. I swear.
Why are you frightened? What happened?
That's wrong, isn't it? I said the wrong thing.
I don't think so.
I beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You are back in Haven, my lady. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
Then the danger is over.
The breach is still in the sky, but that's what they say. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
So you get to pick you know, you get to pick how you talk, you get to pick, you know, what you say, how you do. Patient observations. Vain hope. Someone better at this than me takes over before the survivor expires. Notes in case. Day 1. Clammy. Shallow breathing. Pulse over fast. Not responsive. Pulse dilated. Mage says her scarring mark is thrumming with unknown magic. Wish we could station a Templar in here just in case. They're hella scared. So basically, never mind. Like I said, I am not gonna throw no spoilers. Y'all will catch up on some more Dragon Age videos. Let me just open this. I'm gonna kind of search all of this before I go around and do the main quest. So, see? Look, right there. Right there. Gotta look, bro. Gotta look. I've gotten so much elf fruit here recently. I can't jump up there. Oh, look, some more elf fruit. Oh, and some loot. Hidden loot, I like that. Just got a sledgehammer we can sell, probably. Hopefully there's some vendors. It is auto-saving. Let's see. What else? Slide past these people, go in this house real quick. There's like nothing in here. And you can't even jump over the people. You have to. I have to go through here. Or do I? Oh. Oh. It says Andraste's Marbury. You know Andraste's old Marbury, he don't show up in the chant. And if you ask those holy sisters, well, they'll say Andraste can't have had some big old smelly war dog, but all Farrell knows it's right. Our sweet lady needed someone who would warm her feet at night. And there's Mabari by the whole prophet's side. In the fight against Teventer, that dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal without pride, so he could be the shown companion of the Maker's holy bride. Oh, that dog, he guards the Jostre, without arrogance or fear, only asking of his mistress just a scratch behind the ears. But when then old Mafroth gets to plotting, tries to lure that dog away, but even as they trap the prophet, her Marbury never strays. And there's Andraste's Marbury by the holy prophet's side, and in the fight against Teventer, that dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal without pride, so he could be the sworn companion of the Maker's holy bride. Oh, they thought the wounds had killed him, but then he limped toward the fire, and Hesron he shed a tear as the dog laid on the pyre. And there's Andraste's Marbury by the holy prophet's side. In the fight against Teventer, the dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal without pride, so he could be the sworn companion of the Maker's holy bride. Yes, that's Marbury's the companion of the Maker's holy bride. A popular, if historically unlikely, Verdun tavern song. I dig it. I dig it. I really like it. Although I could hardly fucking sing it. I like that kind of shit, man. That was just awesome. Let me loot it. You said I can loot. Let me loot. Velveteen. I think I said that right. I'm gonna get in trouble for going in here. Watch. Patient observations. Day 3. Less to stimulus. Vitalist seems solid. 2 attempts so far by locals to break into the channery to kill my patient. All this work to save her life, and will they just execute her? Will inform Lady Cassandra I expect her to wake before the morn.
Still a lot of rifts
Damn.
left all
So I guess people try to kill me too while I was sleeping. Can't kill a god. Some more elf fruit. Let's take that. Gotta get that elf fruit, boys. Okay. We need recipes. And I need to eat. My stomach's growling. Is this a chest I can open? Nope. Who are you?
Not taking orders right now. Got a problem with it? Bring it up with Cassandra.
I will. Cassandra loves me. I saved her life. I saved your life too. I'm just really searching for loot real quick before I go into any interaction. Yeah, see, I gotta go here. There's some more loot right here. I'll take that real quick. Bronto hide. I already got some dragon skulls too, some baby dragon skulls. Let's see what this is all about though. Oh, is it a store?
I believe Seeker Cassandra would like to speak with you.
Do you think? You think or you know, bro?
I believe Seeker Cassandra would like to speak with you.
In the chantry. She's up there, I believe. Just exploring real quick, trying to get as much loot as we can. Damn. There's a book right here. Construction orders. As you know from the terrible accident of last week, many passages to the mountain are unstable and liable to collapse at any moment. I do not wish us to lose more brothers and sisters in the search for lost cultist treasure. We must seal all entrances into the mountain. The Templars have done a careful sweep of the caves. Everything of worth was collected. The remains of the disciples of Andostre will be forgotten, buried in the earth. Once it is done, let us have no more talk of them. This is New Haven, restored to life by the true chantry, the most holy Justina V. Mother Florentine. That's cool. Get this loot. Oh, I got some cotton. We can make some shirts with some cotton. I just got a toy soldier, I believe. All this miscellaneous we can sell, which is cool. There's a no. It says Sage equipment in Thedas. Sage weaponry has been used in Thedas for centuries, with primitive equipment used as far back as the Third Blight. Nevertheless, it occupies a peculiar niche in the tools of warfare due to its requirements. Any armory wishing to produce trebuchets or catapults must have been funded and organized well enough to procure both the necessary materials and the military experts to construct them. Throughout history, most armies who fulfilled such requirements did not take advantage of the situation. During the Third Blight, for example, Marshlands and Simard constructed catapults to fling flaming debris at the Darkspawn. But the expense of the weapons did not justify the limited damage they caused, and the Darkspawn were ultimately driven back by the Grey Wardens, not siege weaponry. So anyways guys, I want to go ahead and say, excuse my speech. So Tevinter forces similarly had the resources to construct siege weapons when attacking. The free marchers are defending themselves against the exalted marches of the Black Age. Instead, the Imperium focused primarily upon the power of its magisters, who were less powerful but more flexible than Sage equipment, and who could more easily fall back when the tide of the battle turned. As a result, in the battles against the Qunari in the Steel Age, generals found to their chagrin that the Grey Oxmen had left them behind. A Qunari black powder is, most military experts agree, not magic. It is merely an advanced alchemy alchemy that makes their cannons more effective than any tribute could ever be. Nevertheless, there remains hope, as centuries have passed since the last blight, and mages are now safely held in the circles where they harm none. The experts of Velden and Orlis may once again turn their great minds to learning. We need to have magic, not where the minds of men survive unfettered. With our resources and our commitment to knowledge, we can easily surpass the brutal canary of the field of battle. From Guan, Gurns, and Steel, military conflict in a post-blight that is written 1929 Dragon, shortly before the start of the 5th blight. Damn. Damn, we just learned some good shit. And look, there's a treasure chest for us. I just found a hatchet. Can we throw hatchets? Where did I find this at? I'm sorry, but how do I get back here? Doesn't this fence go all the way back? Oh, can I can't jump that, right? I can jump that. Oh, I can't? That's some baloney. Alright guys, I'm sorry. It's gonna take a while to get over there. And then we're gonna make it all the way up there to Cassandra.
I believe Seeker Cassandra would like to speak with you.
I don't want to talk to you, bitch ass. How do we get back here? I don't know, so many people right here. For real though. Oh, we can't even go that way. I guess we gotta go to Cassandra. Well, let's go real quick.
Good luck.
Good luck upon yourself. You're gonna die, bitch. Ram leather, ooh. I just got a glacial staff as well, I believe. Okay. Man, Borderlands was one of the best games to teach you how to loot efficiently in a game. So there's something behind me, but we're gonna check this side real quick. As you can see, there is some elf fruit right here. And pick all that up. You can pick up iron as well that I've seen. I got a couple stacks of iron going on. Well, not stacks, but they are stacking up, I should say. Some more elf fruit right there. So what I like about this RPG / MMO, whatever, because it is an MMO, is that you can actually jump. Like, and the combat system seems a little off, but it's actually pretty good. Like, I've never played it besides Final Fantasy and some other card games, but like, you know, it's different. Let's just say it's really different, and I suggest this game to anybody. Any gamer out there, I suggest it to them. This is by far a really good, really good game. And for $10 right now, I don't see why anybody should pass up the deal. Okay, let's read this one. It says, the Randy Dowager Quarterly. A well-worn quarterly missive of a suspect virtue. Okay, so the Randy Dowager welcomes the cool of autumn with the fall of another, the collective dreams of desire being the confessions of an apprentice and training more furrowing than harrowing. Forbidden dalliances and their most spirited. The Randy Dowager exhibitions for the noble of thought, but spry of step. The lady herself says, enchanting one supports the circles, if only because closed doors offer the imagination more. 3 scarves fluttering in shock of the 5. So like I said, I highly suggest this to any gamer out there. This game has some really good quotes, some good gameplay. It's really nice. The graphics are really detailed, and you know, it's just, they put so much work into this game. It seems so right. It's so great. So, patient observation, day 2. Pulse normal, breathing normal, still unresponsive. Careful drop feed or a prep. Elf root extract hasten her recovery. A lot of thrashing. Mutters about too many eyes. Something about the gray. Encouraging? Not encouraging to me, bro. Okay, so we found up to day 3 of whoever was spying on Eliana. That's my character's name. I knew there was something hidden over here. I ain't stupid. Elf fruit. I will so take that. Let's read this. The Fade. The study of the Fade is as old as humankind. For so long as men have dreamed, we have walked its twisted paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart, always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Teventer Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human slaves in an effort to map the terrain of the Fade, and ultimately full-tide endeavor, whatever. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all of the Fade is in constant flux, or consistent flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding the disparate and ever-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloging a few hundred types of spirits before they were forced to abandon the project. So the relationship of dreamers to the Fade is complex. Even when entering the Fade through the use of lyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. The spirits who dwell there, however, can, and as the enchanter teaches us, the great flaw of the spirits is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through their sleeping visitors, building elaborate copies of our city's people and events, which, like the reflections in a mirror, ultimately lack context or life of their own. So even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals, and build their realms with no other ambition than to taste life, form tranquility, and the role of the Fade in human culture in first example Joseph's. I can't even fucking read that. Anyways, so basically these demons are meaner than shit. And this is the loot that I forgot, so I'm gonna grab this real quick. Alright, now I'm gonna go back in here and we're gonna continue our main quest and continue to loot this big ass castle thingy. So it looks like there's one right here. Oh, this is a scroll. A chant for the departed. The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next. For she who trusts in the maker of fire and her water, as the moth sees light and goes toward flame, she should see her fire and go towards light. The veil holds no uncertainty for her, and she will know no fear of death, for the maker shall be her beacon and her shield, her foundation and her sword. Transfigurations 10:1, often sung by mourners as they light candles. So a chant for the departed. I think this has to be my favorite one so far that I've read. That was great. let's go ahead and search over here. There's nothing besides this. Loot.
Have you gone completely mad? She should be taken to Val Royal immediately, to be tried by whomever becomes divine.
I do not believe he is guilty.
The elves, the tales, the persisted in the sky. For all you know,
The Maker, there was no word for heaven or for earth, for sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out. The first word, and his word became all that might be. Dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities, and from it made his firstborn. And he said to them, in my image I forge you. To you I give dominion over all that exists. By your will may all things be done. Then in the center of heaven he called forth a city from the towers of gold, streets with music for cobblestones, and banners which flew without wind. There he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. The children of the Maker gathered before his golden throne and sang hymns of praise unending, but their songs were the songs of the cobblestones. They shone with the golden light reflected from the Maker's throne. They held forth the banners that flew on their own, and the voice of the Maker shook the fade, saying, in my image I have wrought my firstborn. You have been given dominion over all that exists by your will, yet all things are done, yet you do nothing. The realm I have given you is formless, ever-changing. And he knew he had wrought amiss. So the Maker turned from his firstborn, and took from the fade a measure of its living flesh, and placed it apart from the spirits, and spoke to it, saying, here I decree opposition in all things, for earth, sky, for winter, summer, for darkness, light. By my will alone is balance sundered, and the world given new life. No longer was it formless, with words for heaven and for earth, sea and sky. At last did the Maker form from the living world, make men immutable as the substance of earth, with souls made of dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. Then the Maker said, to you, my second-born, I grant this gift. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame, all-consuming and never satisfying. From the fade I crafted you, and to the fade you shall return each night in dreams, that you may always remember me. And then the Maker sealed the gates of the Golden City, and there he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. Canticle of Thronotes 5:1-8, -8 or something. That was really good. I really enjoyed that.
I do not believe that. That is not for you to decide. Your duty is to serve the Chantry.
My duty is to serve the principal.
Chain her! I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
They listened to Cassandra.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
So, by the way, the guy in the red and white to the right there is obviously a bitch-made motherfucker. And I think my game just froze because I can't fucking select an option. Okay, there we go. I did what I could. I'm still a suspect. You want my help again?
Let me guess. You need my help.
You have done plenty. Your actions will be taken into account by the new Divine.
Have a care, Chancellor. The breach is not the only threat we face.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect,
You, and many others.
but not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
I'm not a chosen one, are you sure? Why is my thing glitching out? Are you sure? What more do you want? Are you serious? I believe I'm innocent.
You realize I'm an elf. A Dalish elf.
I have not forgotten. No matter what you are or what you believe, you are exactly what we needed when we needed it.
Yep.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order, with or without your approval.
Yeah, you fucking bitch-made bitch. Excuse my French. Excuse my language. He's just a punk-ass bitch.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We
3
have
females,
no leader,
3 badasses right
no
there.
numbers.
3 bad bitches, guys.
And now, no chantry support.
But
Sometimes
we
I
have
wish
no
I lived
choice.
in the olden days
We
to
must
find the
act
most
now,
baddest bitch out
with
there.
you at our side.
And no, I do not like calling females bitches, but in the facts that bad bitches, man. I agree for now. This is rather strange. I want to help. I agree for now.
See how this goes.
That is all we ask.
I don't know why I had to keep on bringing that
Must
up.
fix this before it's too late.
I gotta show y'all the fucking previous, like the beginning of this, because Cassandra was not that cool at first. But I'll show y'all. Y'all will see it. I promise y'all. Bro, they're just birds. You could have seen any 2 other birds somewhere else. It's like he knew that she sent those birds. Fucking little bitch-ass Chancellor. Dude, she has more balls than he will ever. So I'm still a prisoner, apparently. Kinda thought I gained my freedom right there. Wow. So I definitely have to show y'all the beginning. Because if that was just the intro, I'm gonna be so pissed. That was a really good, really big time-consuming intro. So what is this place? Like, is this my house or something? Apothecary. Find recipes through exploration or by visiting merchants. Visit an apothecary with herbs you gather in the wilderness to upgrade potions. Use the equip station to assign different potions to each of your party members and to replenish the potions you are carrying. Use the upgrade station to unlock permanent upgrades to your potions. Nice. So upgrade potions. So potion upgrading. You can upgrade potions you have already unlocked. To upgrade a potion, select a category, select a potion, and then select upgrade. Potion upgrades require a significant amount of herbs to unlock. In return, they give you permanent and significant bonuses to your potions. So we got the healing potion right now. So we can increase... Ooh. I need 8 more elf root to increase my healing potion. Tonics. We have no tonics. Grenades. We have no grenades either. So you can make grenades with the apothecary. Equip potions. Oh, wow.
Perhaps another time. Look who's back from the dead. Again.
It has been a rough few days.
That's an understatement. And more ahead if the weather is any indication. Name's Zidane. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
Farewell.
So we're gonna go find his notes.
The chosen of Andraste, a blessed hero.
Excuse the dog in the background. Like I said, my neighbors don't know how to train their dogs.
I've no interest in being a hero. All I want is to find a way to seal this breach.
Pragmatic, but ultimately irrelevant. I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars, both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
The kind who makes the world a better place.
It isn't always that easy, but I wish you luck. I will stay there, at least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
Oh, it's between these ones. Cassandra will protect you, and you can trust me.
You came here to help, Solus.
Solus slightly approves that.
How would you stop them?
However I had to.
Thank you. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Solas is pretty cool. I like Solas. Oh, what is that? The Singing Maiden. Have you ever heard the story of the king? Bedwer, like most kings. Okay, so I'm not gonna read this. This is hell long. I'm just gonna go through it slowly so y'all can go ahead and read it. So, right now we have this. Y'all can read that and pause it right there. Then we have this one. As the time passed, more people were given to the maiden for increasingly trivial offenses. The cook for oversalting the king's food. The page boy for dropping his sword. What? These are some fucked up shit. Then one day a strange woman rode into the city. She called herself Ember and was an emissary from a far off land. Her leaders had heard, she said, of her wisdom and authority, and she sought the king's counsel. They dined and danced, and through it all, Ember flattered and applauded the king. If not look terrifying at all, I should have imagined the spikes to be much sharper. Bedward grew red at her comment and replied, "The spikes are sharp enough. Look at the blood that still clings to them." "But it is so small," said Ember. "Are only children and women its victims?" She's basically insulting him. Bedward grew redder still and replied, "Of course not. The maiden has devoured many men." Ember shook her head and said to the king, I do not believe it. Surely to the warrior could fear this thing. A man like yourself, tall and would not fit within." The king laughed and saw a way to prove the merit of the maiden to Ember. "I will show you how easily a man like myself could fit," he said, and with that he stepped into the device. But Ember was waiting, and no sooner had Burr squeezed himself into the iron casket than Ember slammed it shut on him. Ember took the maiden with the screaming birder inside, through the castle and down into the city. And the people, finally free from the king's tyranny, cheered and danced to the singing that echoed through the streets until Bedward was dead, and it finally stopped. A tale often told in the Singing Maiden tavern. So basically, the king got tricked, and the girl, the lady, she fucked and murdered him, basically. Okay, so this one's long too. It's the Tale of the Frostbacks. So y'all can go ahead and pause this right here and read that. He sealed it inside a golden cask buried in the earth and raised to run in the fiercest mountains of the world had it ever seen for the Frostbacks to guard it. Okay, y'all can pause right here and go ahead and read. But with no heart, Korth could not be slain. Soon there were no heroes left, either among men or gods, who would dare challenge Korth. The Lady of the Skies sent the best of her children, the swiftest, the cleverest, and the strongest flyers, to scorch the mountains for the missing heart, and for a year and a day they searched. But Sparrow and Raven, Vulture and Eagle, Swift and Elbird returned to her with nothing. Then the Pajarian spoke up and offered to find the god chief's heart, so on and so forth. Y'all can pause right here and read. There were mountain winds, and so made her lonely way to the valley where the heart beats. With all the gods' terrible deeds, the heart was far too heavy for the tiny bird to carry, so she rolled it, little by little, out of the valley and down a cliff, and when the golden cask struck the earth, it shattered. The heart was full almost to bursting, and the pain of it aroused the mountain god to come see what had happened. When Korth neared his heart, it leapt back into the chest, and he was whole again. Damn. So these are pretty good, man. Y'all have to check out this game.
Can I get you anything? What can you tell me about this area?
Adan is Haven's apothecary. He's been making potions and tending to the wounded as best he can. Harris is the Inquisition smith.
I gotta leave that conversation, man. Let's go ahead and check my inventory real quick. I can't use anything that's red. I cannot use, basically. Bow of the Dragon. I can use the stiletto. Stone Bear Armor, I'll take that. Scout Mail or Stone Bear Armor. I'll take the armor. I'll take the Chocolatier actually. Well, that's a little bit too exclusive. Medium armor of the dragon. Armor schematics, huh? That's cool. We can make these now. We got some recipes. That's cool. Alright. So I just got my dragon shit on. Wait, can I sell my shit to this person up here? Better be able to.
Got the door again.
If you're here to clean, Hess can get you a bucket and a broom. Anyone calls you knife here, come to me. Oh, you're her. Thren. Inquisition quartermaster. I'm doing this. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
Cool.
Farewell.
Make her go with you. If you find anything we need, let me know.
I like how the dragon bow looks. Looks pretty sick. Hopefully I can sell some stuff to this guy.
Good day. Or good as it could be with a Skyrim department.
Can I see what you have for sale?
Of course. My wares are at the table.
Okay, I can sell, so we're on buy, now we're on sell. I don't like how all those look. Like the Atom Sar, that looks pretty good, but I'll sell it. The Avar armor, that looks pretty good too. Got hella crafting stuff. These are all valuables. So we can just sell all that because they're really pointless. And so now we got all this. So let me get this straight. Anything equipped we cannot sell, right? It does not pop up on the sell list. Cool. Okay, yeah. That's how it goes. Can we favorite them? No, we can just sell. Okay. So that was pretty cool. So let's go over here. Let's see if we can't go down here. We'll go around over here.
If the Inquisition wants to field a decent cavalry, it needs better materials. I heard Seeker Pentecost might try to acquire suitable mounts for Master Dennett in their hinterlands.
Expected you'd be by. I'm Harriet, and everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
Quite well.
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. The world's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work, something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
Nice.
Goodbye.
Right.
So we can modify armor. Modification. Upgrade an item adds the upgrade stats to the item's stats, in addition to changing its appearance. For example, attaching a hilt with a +3 cunning bonus to a sword adds the bonus to the sword. So, modification. You can freely remove and add existing upgrades or exchange them between different items. New upgrades can be crafted in the crafting stations. So you use your D-pad to change your squad. So right now my squad is Eliana, my character obviously, Cassandra, which is the Seeker, she's a level 3 warrior. We got Solas, which is a level 3 mage. We got Varric, which is a level 3 rogue, dwarf obviously. And then me, of course, which I'm a level 3 rogue, elf. Then you use the left analog stick to scroll down and go through your stuff. So I actually don't want to upgrade my armor, I want to upgrade my weapons if I can. So it says I can upgrade my dragon bow. So let's go ahead and do that. Firm bow grip. Select. 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 So I don't think it did that. The tactician's renewal. What is it? A ring? What does it do? Examine. The single use nope. It's a single use. I'm cool. I just got a recurved longbow. So we can craft armor as well. Should have read that. Oh, there's something. We can craft weapons. So we just got this recurved longbow. I think we got the schematic. I'm not sure. Let's go to buy and sell real quick. So I have. Okay. So no, I did get the weapon schematic. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So now we can make recurves. And I don't know if items in this game have like, you know, like a toughness, like how long they stay without breaking, like a break limit. I just now learned that you can hunt pigs. and they're called nugs. Wait, what was that? Oh, iron. So I did not know there's animals in this game like that. And the nugs are actually rabbits. They look like pigs. Okay then. So this is an open world. There are out of bounds like areas, like you can go out of bounds. Like if they're lethal out of bounds, they will throw you back into the map safely. I've came across that once so far, so other than that, I don't know. Like I said, I just like to loot the area. Alrighty guys, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. My dinner is ready. I forgot all about it. And oh, just hit that bell so we can get some more Dragon Age Inquisition videos up there and for y'all guys. Okay, my name is Zombie Killer 6, and I will see you guys in the next broadcast.